Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on our Tuesday edition here. And of course, let's go up to the nation's capital in particular and of course speak to the recent, AFL Canberra women's Premiership team. That is the Belconnen Magpies women's football team. And of course, they played their grand final, not the weekend just gone, but the weekend before that. And of course, in a pretty convincing win at the end, even though the score didn't really show it at the end. It was a 10-point win. And of course, we've got two very special guest joins right now to tell us all about it. Thanks both of you for joining us.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
I'll get both of you to introduce yourselves and obviously what position both of you played on grand final day.
I'm Queanbeyan. I'm the captain for the women's team and I played midfield halfback on the grand final.
My name's Jackie Spence, but a lot of the girls probably call me Whip, and Amber will probably call me Whip. And I played mid half forward on grand final day.
Tell us a bit about the game. I think it was late afternoon, which turned into evening pretty quickly throughout the game. I guess tell us a bit about the game and how was it to sort of have a grand final late at night?
I actually found it okay. So we had our second grade men's in the grand final earlier in the day. And a lot of us went down and watched that, got so nervous and tense for them and ended up coming up the goods that I then had to go home and have a bit of a relax in the afternoon as well and just focus a bit. And then I was good for our game a bit later. So it actually worked pretty well for me, I think.
I also enjoyed it. I'm a really big one for I have to get down to the game and just kind of relax, watch as much footy as I can, see the girls, see the people around the club just to get myself ready for the game. So it was awesome with them winning the second grade premiership. Everyone was stoked. So it just kind of gave us an even bigger kick to get in there and play some footy. So I'm not usually one to actually eat much before a game, so that was a bit tricky. But I had a couple snacks and then we were good to go.
Now, of course, your opponents in the grand final was Queanbeyan Tigers. I guess tell us, how did you fare against them throughout the season? And I guess how confident were you going into the grand final?
They are an unbelievable team. Like we played them last season. We only beat them once when they had 6 of their best players out. And then they went to pump us in the grand final by about 50 points. Then throughout the season, they beat us by, I think it was 80 points, 60 points, then 50. And then something just clicked on our Thursday night before the grand final. We just kind of realized, like, we play together, we can beat this side. We just got to play for each other. And yeah, we would just went in saying we're going to beat this side, and that's what happened.
At the margins, the losses that you had against them throughout the last couple of games, I guess, when did it get to a point that you thought, we can challenge them and we can beat them in the grand final? Because as you mentioned, Amber, that was you lost in the grand final by 8 goals. And then obviously throughout the season, you lost by more than 10 goals throughout the season. How did you sort of turn that all around and turn a 10-goal loss or more than that throughout the season to win the grand final by 10 points in a low-scoring game?
I think, Amber, as you said, that Thursday night was pretty crucial. So I think it was wet in Canberra or something perhaps. So we didn't train, all the ovals were closed. So we just had a bit of a chat in a room that was pretty informal. We had some pizza and stuff like that. And that was probably the best thing for us because I think we just talked about like our fears and our hopes for the game and the day. And we all kind of walked away being like, we can do this. And then I think just quarter by quarter, it was almost like, we're doing well, but we haven't won it yet, or we haven't achieved anything yet. And that just kind of caused us to keep building, where I think in other times we'd kind of burst them. We'd maybe have a good first quarter or a good half kind of thing, and we'd be a bit happy with ourselves and then just stay at that level. But I don't know, the coaching, the mindset that we had was that we just had to keep going and keep lifting. I think that's what we did. And yeah.
There was also our coach is very quote oriented. Bobby, he always pulls out a quote. He always has some inspirational chat to for us before a game. But there was one thing that he would say from our very first training session before we got shut down, before we were back up. It was to achieve something you've never achieved before, you have to be willing to do something you've never done before. And I think it all came together that we just knew we had to achieve something that we had never achieved before. We needed to pull something out and really just put our heads down, play together, and that's what we did. That was our banner. That was the quote we had on our banner, and it was just, yeah, we really did it.
Watching that game, and to be honest, I actually didn't know how you actually went against them until you actually told me that now, how you went throughout the season against them. I just felt, but throughout that game, it just almost like that you really shut them down all over the field and really didn't let them get into the flow of the game, and it was sort of played in your tempo. I guess, is that how you saw the game? And was there, I guess, a certain point in the game that you just thought, we can get to enjoy it?
Well, I'd say it was pretty stressful the whole way through. We know from the way Queanbeyan played, like they beat us by 80 points. Those girls, even with 3 minutes to go, we knew they could kick 2-3 goals in that time. So it was quite stressful. I think that was about 10 seconds. And I started like almost crying, like, I think we got it. But I don't think they can kick 2 goals in this time. But yeah, it was just, we know what they're like, and it was pretty full on. But I guess after playing them 3 times before, we'd changed, going from being extremely one-on-one with our like, first we weren't even really worried about contests and one-on-ones and matchups and everything like that. We were just trying to play our footy. And then the next time, because they pumped us, we were too focused on it, and then we couldn't play our own game. So it was just kind of finding that balance of where we are aware of what they can bring, but Bobby again has always said, like, we need to be focused on the things that we can control. And so that's more what we were focusing on. We've got our one-on-ones and our matchups to be wary of, but we want to use the footy as much as we can. We want to get the footy in our hands, and yeah, it just kind of balanced out and worked in our favour.
Yeah, agreed. I think some of the messaging was that everyone on the team has a strength kind of thing, and we really need to play to that and amplify it, I guess, for the day. And I think we did that. And like Amber said, we went from being really reactive kind of thing to us playing our game, and that allowed us to really control the tempo and take control of the game instead of us chasing them. So yeah, it was a nice flip.
Now, when the final siren went, I think I've never seen a celebration like I saw that night from any other team that I saw throughout the whole of this year in 2020. Tell us, I have to ask, was it a relief, or was it, as I saw it on the live stream, it's more like a huge celebration?
Yeah, celebration, I think. Oh, it was a bit of a range. Like, it was almost disbelief and shock for about 30 seconds to a minute, I think. And then I think I saw Amber crying, actually. And then started to really kind of comprehend and process what we'd done. And you just looked to the crowd as we were walking over as well. And we had our whole club there supporting us, kind of thing. And then there was that moment as well, as we've done this for the club, and we've done this for 20 years of women's footy in BMFC, which is pretty special. So yeah, it just kind of rippled, and we got more excited kind of thing and more happy. And I've been on a high since, I think. So
yeah, it was crazy. I just got bloody smushed when we everyone running in, like, if we were from the game, we always were then. Like, it was crazy. Like, and we couldn't have anyone running onto the field really because of COVID. And so everyone was just up in the grandstands. Like, we had some of the guys from the other teams that had Belco on their bellies. They all had their shirts off. Like, unbelievable. It was a bit rowdy. Like, it was just like the whole game. Like, as soon as they realized we were in with a shot, it just lifted, and that helped us as well. Just hearing the whole crowd every time one of the girls would do something good, or it'd be like everyone goes, oh, and then someone fumbles it and everyone goes, oh, like, it was just great. Yeah, and that's why we were so pumped, and I reckon that's why the celebration was just it was everyone. We did it for the club. We did it for us. We did it for all the girls that had played the 20 years before us and never won a flag. Like, it was just unreal.
Obviously, I can see you got the Premiership Cup right there. You and your coach would have been the first one to hold the cup before you got absolutely swamped, which I know that when I watched the live stream, which we'll put that up a little bit later on the interview once we've done this interview. But now I have to ask Amber, I guess how good was it to hold it first before anyone else got the chance to? And then I have to ask, obviously you've got it in your possession at the moment, but did you get the chance to maybe take it with you to bed and sleep with it? And as well as, did you kiss the cup, even though you're not supposed to, with COVID?
Well, I guess the first thing when I picked it up, I was like, gee, this is heavy. Like, it was so heavy. But it was just like, then Bobby and I, we grabbed it together. We got it like up in there. It was crazy. But then we got swamped. But it was just like, I've never had the opportunity to do something like that. It was just like unreal. It was almost like, you know what I mean? It wasn't even like it was actually happening. It's just kind of like you see it in the movies, you see it on like the AFL grand finals and stuff, and like not actually getting to experience that myself. But yeah, I did I went my boyfriend actually sent his mates a photo of me in the morning after the grand final. After the day after that, we had our silly Sunday, and he woke up to me like cuddling the cup, and he said, I've been replaced. Like, so I don't think he was too happy about that, but I guess you got to respect it. Like his footy team last year, that was another thing. Like his footy team, they beat undefeated premiers the year before, and it was just kind of like, well, you did it, my turn. Like, yeah, but well, it was unreal. Like, I still don't want to. I took it into work. Like, I work at a primary school, and the kids thought I was like a hero. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, my dad's put it up on the mantle at home, but I've got to take it into the club at some point. But yeah, it's unreal. But yeah, there's been a couple sips taken out of it. Mum had to wash it before I took it into work because it was a bit sticky from all the grog. But yeah, we were very stoked with it. Probably did. I think
I'm sure we did, yeah.
I think we might have kissed it. I didn't really know that was a rule. I definitely know Maggie Gorham, our girl who got drafted last year, was like in love with it. She was definitely kissing it at some point on Mad Monday. But yeah, I didn't know that was a rule.
Up.
Whip, did you?
No, I'm pretty sure. I think we would have on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Getting passed around a bit.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Jackie, did you kiss the cup when you finally get a chance to get it?
I'm not sure I did, to be honest, but we'll make sure we do, I think.
Now, also on top of the cup, I can see, obviously you've got your medals around your necks, which I'll get both of you to show to our viewers. There we go. Now, the question I'm going to ask, which it was a similar question I just asked Amber just a moment ago. How long did you wear your medals around your necks for? And did you wear it to bed?
Yeah, I definitely wore mine to bed. I had a bit of a rash or something forming at the back, I think, where it was rubbing. I think I woke up with my polo on too, and my medal, and I think probably had shoes on as well. I think, yeah, I was just really cherishing the moment.
We got covered in grog after the game, so I went home, had a shower, and then embarrassingly, I didn't actually take my uniform off really until Monday night. So I my jersey, like the gold's actually rubbed off the back where my neck's rubbed on it. Like it's got a bit of wear and tear already, just from a few days of celebrating. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely slept in it for a couple days.
Yeah.
Now, almost a week and a half since that grand final. Has the premiership sunk in yet?
I think now I'm just starting to really like appreciate it, kind of thing, and how special it was and how big it was and what it meant to so many people. But yeah, still a little bit of disbelief kind of thing as well, kind of thing. Like it's just, yeah, it's incredible. It's something that I probably never thought I'd achieve in my life, kind of thing, and a lot of people don't. So yeah, still just trying to wrap my head around it, that I've actually done it and we've done it. So.
I'm the same as Whip. It's like, it's all well and good to have this sitting here, but really it's been so long, and we've got girls, like one of our coaching staff had played since the very first team. The Belconnen Magpies team had the very first team she was in that, and she didn't win a flag the whole time. And it's more just like, how doesn't that happen? It's just so amazing that we've done this. And yeah, I'm just still trying to wrap my head around it, that it's been 20 years and no Magpies side had won this. But yeah, like it's cool. And we've watched the game my sister and I have watched the game about 3-4 times, and it's still just kind of like, we actually did that. Yeah, so slowly kind of kicking in, but yeah, it's still pretty much like a dream.
Now, tell us a bit about your Premiership coach. Obviously, you just mentioned that he's known for his quotes, but anything else he's really good at that both of you have learned?
Oh yeah, in our first training when we were doing like a bit of match play, and he come in and he just give me this big hip and shoulder. We were all like, oh my god. Like we're like the smallest girl in our team. He's quite a gentle man. He is more quite verbal. He doesn't really give us a spray. The only time we really copped it was in finals. But he did say, I'm not angry, I'm passionate, which pretty much just explains Bobby. Like he will put as much time as he can in to be able to better us, like whether it's going over footage, giving us feedback, giving us timings to go back and look at our games, and then just saying like, this is what's happened, if you could do this, that would be better. Like he's got 2 kids that play junior footy as well. One's in the but they're both in the academies and stuff. They're good footballers, and he's still putting in all this time to 60 girls that that I don't know how he's not related to. He really doesn't need to care about, but he does. And yeah, we've just got so much respect for him in that way. It's just like what we want to win for him, because he's put in all this time and effort in for us, and which is cool because we did.
Definitely, yeah. I think he made us kind of be semi-professional almost. Like I think Bobby's like really disciplined. He has a military background kind of thing, and I think that showed in how he ran drills and our prep, and how disciplined he was in the lead up to games and what he'd provide us with, kind of thing. And it just set us up to succeed really, because like Amber said, we had that quote from the start kind of thing, and we had themes all the way through and all these really good processes in place, and we had the talent already kind of thing, and the love for each other and for the group. So it just all came together kind of really well based on what he'd set up for us, I think.
AFLW draft actually was done. Now, how many of those players from your Premiership team got drafted, and tell us a bit about them?
Yeah. So we had Emily Pease get drafted to the Giants. She's an incredible player, an incredible person too, actually. It's probably not enough to say player. She's so well disciplined and so passionate, but she's also really kind and caring, and she'll do anything for the team. And she can play anywhere she wants on the field. She's an incredible athlete too.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's just, for her age, since she started with us when she was a junior playing, I think she was 15 when she first played with us. She just made us all want to be better. Like her commitment, she's come from an athletics background. I think her dad might have done something like biomechanics at the AIS. And so everything is just like form, technique. Like she is just the most perfect runner, perfect kicking left and right. And it's just like, we want to be like Em. And it's been like that since she was that young. Like we want to be like her on the field. We want to be like her off the field. She's just amazing. And it couldn't have gone to a kinder or more deserving person.
I probably have, I don't know what it is, like 10 years of age on her or something. But like Amber said, she's someone that I look up to and everyone looks up to, kind of thing. Like regardless of age, she's so special and incredible.
Now let's talk a bit about both your footy journeys. Where did it all start and why did you choose it?
I started, I was in high school, just playing, like my sister and I have always kind of played different sports like soccer, gymnastics, netball, like all different kinds of, we do different types of sports just to try them out and see how we go. But we were just in the school carnivals and we just did the footy carnivals, like not ever thinking that it would be something we were interested in. And then one of the girls who actually played was like, oh, come play footy. And so we started, so Scotty Reid, who's our football president, is actually a family friend. And so my mum called him and was like, oh, Belconnen Magpies, have they got a side? What's the go? And he said, no, I can't get a youth girls side up, but hopefully next year. And so we were like, oh, yeah, no, we'll just head to Ainsley Football Club. And then we started off there, played there for a couple years. And then it come up to the Magpies had a junior side and they ended up beating us in the grand final because we wanted to stay loyal to the club. Of course, we didn't want to just jump ship as soon as they got a side. And then, and then I got into women's and so I was like, all right, well, I'll move. Zoe wanted to move to juniors because she's younger. So she moved across and I moved to the women's side at Belconnen, which was, I think, when WIP started. And then, so it was 3 years at Ainsley and then now it's been 5 years at Belconnen and one flag. So, yeah.
Good stuff. For me, I think I got involved because of an ex-boyfriend, actually. But in saying that, I had a lot of guy friends kind of thing that played at the club, but I didn't know any of the girls, actually. I just kind of rocked up randomly. And yeah, the first probably 2 years I played, I took it quite casually and pretty socially, I guess. And then in my third year, I think was the year that we went undefeated for like 14, 15 games, pretty much the whole season. And I started to really like buy in and enjoy winning, I guess. And then we had some pretty grounding losses after that in that season as well, kind of thing. So also experienced what it was like to lose with the team and the group. And then, from there, I just really bought into it and into the club in general a bit more and started being a bit more involved. And yeah, and then a couple of years on and we got a flag.
We do.
Now, of course, the highlight was the premiership. So I'm going to go on to my next question, which is, you all mentioned what position you all played on the field. If you had a preferred position where you like to convince your coaches to put you, where would that be?
I might actually stay on the wing because I like staying outside a bit more, but I probably need to learn how to win a one-on-one if I'm going to do that.
I was pretty stiffed. Last year, Hannah Waller, our full forward leading goal kicker, had done her ACL, so she was out for the first half of the season. And I was playing full forward, and I kicked like 15 goals, and I got stiffed into halfback mid again. One game in the forward line this year. So I don't know. Yeah, I'll have a crack there, just see how I go. But yeah, I tried to say to Bobby, like, oh, I kicked a few goals last year. But yeah, we do have a very good forward line, so I guess it's fair. But I'm just happy that I get to play, really. But that would be a spot I'd like to try.
Yes, that because that is pretty stiff. Now I have to ask, what does the sport of football mean to both of you, and especially playing there at Belconnen?
I love footy. I never thought it would mean so much to me. It was just kind of another sport when I first started. But I know there's just something about putting everything out there. Like it's so easy to get caught out in footy. Like if you're not going to give it your all, someone's going to be better than you. And I just love the challenge. I love that I get to play with my sister every week, get to train with her. Like I've got 60 new sisters pretty much from it, and it doesn't matter. Like if I'm not playing, I'm watching, I'm supporting. Like I've never had that from any other sports. Like netball, it was just like you get in, you play, you get out, which is pretty much just like what COVID was. But that's what was so hard with footy, like not being able to hang around and hang out with the girls, hang out with the guys there, like see our volunteers, help in the canteen. It's just like it's just like a family. It's like a little community, and that's what I love about footy. It's like, and the bonus is we get to, like, I don't know, tackle people and kick goals and stuff. Well, not this year so much, I'm on the full line, but yeah, like I love it. It's not just about the game, it's about everything else off the field that makes me want to play for the club and play for the girls. Yeah,
probably similar for me as well. Like I was 23, I think my first year started playing, trying to learn a new sport as an adult kind of thing was insane, but it was also really exciting, and kind of every week, every training session I started to challenge myself kind of thing, and just wanted to be better, which was just gave me so much enjoyment kind of thing. And then the same thing, like it just rolled out to meeting so many new people and becoming involved in so many different things. And now I've just got this massive network, and the club, it's so special kind of thing. We are such a special community, and yeah, that's just made me, I guess, want to stick around and want to help out more, and really want to give other people the opportunity, I guess, to have a similar experience to what I have and what we have. And yeah.
Now I have to ask, do either of you have any future ambitions in the sport of footy?
Oh, I just love footy. Like I've never really even thought about it. Like honestly, I couldn't tell you. Like if something come up, maybe I'd have a look into it. But really, I'm just here to play for the girls. I'm here to play for the club. Like I just want to go out there. I just want to win games of footy. It doesn't really matter so much about that accolade. I do also enjoy a few bevs after the game, so I probably couldn't see myself pushing myself to that level. So I think at the moment, I'm just happy with the flag right now, and I get to hang out with the girls and stuff. That's more me at the moment.
Yeah, I think for myself, there's probably so much growth still I could have locally kind of thing, and I will have locally, hopefully. So probably just put my efforts into that, and hopefully I've started a dynasty with the girls and have a few more really good years.
Tell us, how special is it to play with each other on the same team?
You can go with me.
So special. Amber's probably the person that's on the highest pedestal for me kind of thing, in terms of her skills and her leadership, and how much of a good person she is kind of thing. So lining up next to each other and being involved kind of thing in the leadership group, and we're on the footy club board as well, and then just as mates as well. Like it's awesome.
I love it. Like I couldn't. That's the only way to really put it. Like I do. We are such a good team. Like sometimes we'll be after training, we'll spend like 45 minutes, an hour just having a chat after. Like Whip said, we're on the board together. We're like captain, vice captain, and we work so well. Like I'll be more like the full-on kind of like loud saying stuff on the field, and then we'll get back to after the game and we'll kind of debrief, and Whip will come in with these kind of just like things that she's noticed without so much saying anything. And it's just like, oh, I never even thought about that. Like it's just like the way she looks at things is completely different to the way I do. And I just respect that her like mature, just the way she looks at everything. Oh, it's completely the opposite to how I do, but we always come back on the same terms, which is just, it's pretty crazy. Like we're very but we're always on the same path. And it's just like, it's such an unexpected friendship, but it's such a friendship that I cherish, will always cherish. We're just like sisters. I've got my sister like just there, but we're just like brother sister. But yeah, it's just like, who would have thought that from an ex-boyfriend and just moving clubs because of trying footy that we would end up here. And it's just, it's unreal. And like, I couldn't have, or besides my sister, I couldn't have wanted to win a flag with anyone else, really. Yeah.
So we mentioned about the Premiership and all that. I guess tell us a bit about the Premiership team, and I guess how special was this team in particular in 2020?
We actually have quite a young side. We only had 2 girls who have played for the Magpies for over the time that Jackie and I had been there. The rest are all pretty much juniors that have come through. So these girls have been playing with us for about 3 years now. So it's finally that we've started to get a bit of mesh with the girls coming from our juniors. They did always train with us when they were younger, which was good with the feeding through, because our 18s girls would then train with us, and it was more like none of that awkward kind of like, they weren't intimidated when they did actually end up coming and playing games with us. But it's a pretty special group because most of those juniors had gone through their under 18s for about 4 years undefeated. So they came in just wanting to get the footy. Like, they didn't know anything else besides like see ball, get ball, and then have a run with it and a kick. So it was like, we were kind of in awe of these girls coming in that had almost better skills than us. So it was just more getting them to kind of settle and start playing more as a team, instead of just more that individual, because they had so much time to run with the footy and everything like that. So it was more, what we were more teaching them wasn't footy. It was more just about trying to like settle and mature on the field. So it was pretty interesting now that these girls have matured into the side, how we have played, because we have the skills. And then it was just more like, we're just mates because we've been playing together for now 3-4 years. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've always had a pretty skilled side, and we've always had, 5 or 6 girls that are pretty elite kind of thing. We've then had this like nice crop of the junior girls coming through that were just hard at it, coupled with like a really disciplined coach and starting to share the ball more and work together. It just kind of set us up and it all come together. I can remember one play I think it was in the grand final, that nearly every forward like touched the footy at some point, or maybe it was a semi. And it was just like awesome footy. We were just like sharing it around, and we just wanted to win as a team kind of thing, instead of just one person wanting to get the goal. So there's a bit of mindset shift, I think, and we all came together as a team.
Now, I want to ask Amber this particular question. How special is it for you, and what does it mean to be the very first women's captain to win a premiership?
It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I was walking around my house the other day and I was just like, Mom, like I was like, last year was like first captain to get us into a grand final, and then this year was first one to win a grand final. I was just like, I didn't even think about it. Like, it's so cool, but it's just like, yeah, I was just like, far out. This has actually happened. Like, I got to lead these girls to something that we have never had. And yeah, it just feels pretty special that I had a big part to do with it. Even though it was the team as a whole, and like, we've got Whip as our vice captain, who's like such a great leader on the field as well as off the field. But it's just kind of like, yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just kind of like, it feels like in here, like, yeah.
Now, Jackie, I need to ask you this question concerning your captain. Just mentioned it before. Obviously, you were the vice captain of that team as well. What does that mean to you to be the very first vice captain to win a premiership?
Yeah, pretty special. There's actually 2 of us. There's Emma Hampton, or Emma Zooch, sorry, as well. is a co-vice captain. And yeah, just I don't think that's really sunk in too much, really. But like Amber said before, like we had so many of those little like car park conversations, and we did so much in the background kind of thing, the leadership group and Bobby and the like the coaches and support staff, that it was pretty special kind of thing, and all that's paid off, I guess. So it's awesome.
Now, for everyone that should get down to Belconnen for the 2021 season, I'm assuming the pre-season starting very soon, even though I just realised I'm actually wearing your club colours on my jumper. But anyway, I have to ask, what would be your advice to them to get down there and have a go in the defending women's Premiership club?
Yeah, just I guess like I did, like just don't be afraid to come down and have a crack kind of thing. We're such a good group of girls, and we hopefully have this really good environment where we're all comfortable kind of thing to have a go, and we support each other so much and get around each other so much kind of thing. So yeah, please come down and join us.
Please. Really, it's just Bobby is great. Like he's always making sure he's getting around the new girls. We're always getting around the new girls. We love that. We know what it's like to be in that position where you're coming down and you're scared and you want to try something new, but you don't know if you're going to get the respect or the time of day. And really, we had so many new girls come and play with us this year, and it's just making our family a little bit bigger. And if we can share that with a couple more girls, then that's unreal. We get more friends, we get more family, and we just get like premiership or not, like if we can make someone feel the way we do about footy, like that's a win for us. So yeah.
And of course, for everyone out there who have no idea where the Belconnen venue is, whereabouts is your home ground?
Oh, the Nest. The Nest. It's in Holt in Kifax, Belconnen. So yeah, we call it the Nest because like magpies. But yeah, we get around swooping season. But no, that's our home ground. That's that's our hallowed grounds. We love it. Yeah.
Now, let's finish up with a couple of lighthearted questions about your teammates this year. Now, I have to ask, first I'll ask Amber this question. Now, you mentioned that you have a sister in the team as well that you play with. Now, the question I'm going to ask you is, who's the better footballer out of both of you?
Oh, honestly, Zoe is. Like, I'll go in there and I will have a crack, but some of the things this girl does, like, it shocks me. Like the goal she kicked the sealer. She should not have kicked the sealer, but she did. Somehow she just finds the footy, and the things she does with it, all the things like the tackle she'll do, or like she'll like bend in half. Like she's just like, she just goes wild, and she always ends up doing something, pull something out of there. And it's just, like I want to play like her, because she's just like, she's tiny, like this tiny little skinny thing, like pretty, like she's just like on the field. Actually, like when no one's around at home, she's like the worst. But it's just like something comes out of her on the footy field that I just have to admire. That like I'll go in hard, but I don't know what goes on in her head. Like, but yeah, I want to be like that, especially in the grand final. Like something just flipped in her brain, and she was just like, no one is going to touch this ball before me. And she kicked the sealer. So yeah, like I didn't do that. But yeah, no, honestly, she is the better footballer in my opinion. But yeah, even though I could easily say it's me, because I'll give it to her. Yeah.
Oh, well, she'll love that answer when she watches back. Now, now I have to ask, who's the comedian in the team?
We got a couple. We got Maggie Gorham. Reckon she's pretty funny. She's always pulling out a few laughs, doing some things that are probably questionable, but yeah, she definitely cracks us up. I don't know. Yeah, Mags is
Cora's probably good. Victoria Thompson, not funny as much, but maybe just like her energy's incredible kind of thing. She's always dancing and doing something crazy kind of thing, and it just makes it a fun environment having her around, I think.
Yeah, like if you could think of like TikTok 100 or something, like she's just like some of the dances she'll pull out just starts like singing Shakira or something, like, or like Tora,
5 minutes before the game.
Yeah, or like we're in the middle of a training session or something, like, and you just got to kind of humor her. But yeah, she's funny. She's a cracker, but yeah, we have got a few funny girls, like, yeah. But, yeah.
Well, pretty much just answered my next question about TikTok and best singers and dancers in the team. So anyone else you want to include that into that question, or we're just going to leave it at that?
I don't know. Zoe's got some interesting moves, I think.
yeah, that's my sister. She pulls out a few moves when she's had a couple bevs, but like pulls out like different nay and stuff, like, you know, not your
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy, like not really like you're expected to do from but she pulls a few out. Her and Maggie did what was it? Eminem, Rihanna, Love the Way You Lie. That's kind of a staple. Maddie McCaskill, one of our girls in our squad, she her and I always end up doing the Dirty Dancing lift, but we haven't quite nailed it yet. But always end up Zoe's always just trying to tack herself on the back, like she's there trying to like support us. But yeah, we haven't quite. Or we did on one footy trip, but that was like the whole squad of girls was holding Maddie in the air. We're in the middle of this RSL or something, and the whole group of girls, it was like she was crowd dancing. But it was that was probably a highlight. But that's the only time we've actually got near that. Yeah.
Do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
Oh, Whit probably has about 45 Red Bulls and 11 coffees, like long black for a game. I don't know how she survives, but me not so much. I don't eat, but I don't really like to eat much. But yeah, Whit, I don't know how you do that, girl.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I manage either. But yeah, I probably have maybe 3 long blacks and 2 Red Bulls. I think I was having towards the end. Which sounds crazy, but I think through the week I have a fair bit as well, so obviously my tolerance is pretty up. Yeah. Don't advocate other people should do it, or disclaimer, don't do it.
Now, talking about nicknames, obviously we just mentioned Jackie's one quite a few times in this interview already. Now, of course, Amber, I need to ask you, do you have a nickname yourself?
Oh, I have a few. My main one is Bert. But that's just because one of our old coaches used to call me Burr, like Amber. But my sister and I, we used to work with an autistic 20-year-old, and he would pronounce her name Zoe with an S and my name Ambert. And so it just kind of got cut to Bert. So that's really it. Like, so we were like, oh, Bert, but that's why. It's not like anything masculine. It's just because pronunciation of my name. Yeah, but I do have a few. I have BMAS because one time I took an esky to an event, and my dad's name is Brian, my mum's name's Mandy, I'm Amber, and my sister's Zoe. And my dad had just written our initials on the esky, and then BMAS stuck. But yeah,
It's stuck for you.
yeah, like I just have like, I'm a magnet for a nickname or something. But we have one of the girls who's dying to get a nickname to stick, and she's coming up with them herself. And I'll just with a kid and get Bert. But yeah, so it's just, I don't know.
Now, Jackie, I need to ask you, how did you get your nickname?
So just in my first year, the head coach was Scott Reed, who's now our president. And I think it was my running style or something was similar to a whippet, like the racing dog. And whippet just like took off, and it was like probably one of the best things for me, because it was like early on in my kind of the first few weeks or first few months kind of thing. And then everyone got around me and started calling me whippet, and since then it's probably been whip and whippy and all kinds of variations of it kind of thing. But it's pretty cool. And now I think most people don't even know what my real name is, to be honest. They see Jacqueline or Jackie in group chats and formal things, and they're pretty confused, I think.
I know with all footy clubs, there is the fine system, which goes towards a footy trip. Now, number one, did you do that this year? And if so, who copped the most fines?
We didn't actually do a fine system this year just because of COVID. We're not going to end up actually going anywhere. But we did have a Goose of the Week. It was this pink jersey with a goose on it that you'd have to wear at training Tuesday, Thursday. And yeah, like some of the things, I don't know. I think Zoe got it once for kicking the ball into her own face. But what was your one for?
Like 3 weeks back to back, I think. Once I kicked the wrong way in a game. I don't know what else I did. I think they just started targeting me, I think.
Oh, no.
We had a few good ones. Oh, I can't even remember what some of them were, but there were a few good ones. But yeah, some girls just ran completely the wrong way, like almost. That was you.
Yeah, it was a big moment too in the game.
Because it was literally after half time or quarter time, and it was the ball up, and she's done this unbelievable like rove, and then this beautiful backline entry, and the commentator's like, "Oh, this is great!" Like all this and saying how good it was, and then they're like, "Wait, they're not having a shot on goal; they're coming back out." Yeah, no, that was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up for her, but yeah, there's been a few different kind of ones, like girls forgetting their boots and different stuff. But yeah, nothing great.
So Jackie, your one got caught on camera, did it?
Yes.
Okay.
In my defense, it's a good clearance. It just went.
That's his stat.
Yeah. Forward entry still. Yeah.
Right, I might try and find the tape for that one. Don't tell me which game. I'm going to go through all your games and try to figure out which one it is. Now, of course, considering we've just mentioned Jackie's ones. Now, Emma, did you cop of I guess this thing we've been talking about?
Goose of the Week. No, I always managed to get myself out of them. I was nominated a couple of times, but yeah, I always work my way out of it, put someone else up for it.
As captains do.
Yeah, I was pretty good at it, but I nominated a few times. Like when we would play Queanbeyan, everyone was real nervous, and I knew I was going to get nervous, and so I was just trying to go in like really chilled, like not worried about the game, just kind of get to footy, hang around. And then I was like, I forgot my boots. My jersey was wet still. So as we're at the Oval, I've got my jersey hanging out, trying to dry it and stuff. But yeah, no, but I was just too chilled. No, I just would forget too many things. And yeah, but yeah, but I always wanted to get out of it. There was always someone who I could make out to be worse than what I did. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, right.
Silly Sunday or Mad Monday, did you used to like a costume theme? And if so, what did both of you come as?
Oh, it was Tora, like our girl who does TikToks. It was pretty much her theme. She was pushing it. It was 2000s, so like Paris Hilton, like you know that kind of like
Yeah.
but it was just like a lot of I don't even know how we would explain what it was, but it probably wasn't appealing to anyone. Like the butterfly clips, and girls had like a lot of glitter, and just I don't even how do we even describe this? What this was like a lot of low-rise jeans and like wedge thongs and not yeah, and then on Sunday I think we just wore our pajamas because it was too stuffed from the day before. It was just PJs or something. Like it really we had better than that. We've done a lot better than that. We've done like iconic duos and stuff where we had yeah, we had some good ones like Marge Simpson and Homer, and yeah, but this was just like yeah, we were just like honestly Sunday Monday we just had such a very big celebration on the Sunday that Monday was just yeah.
I think this is the first club that's actually had their Mad Monday or Silly Sunday wearing pajamas the next day.
But we did celebrate for a long time. I think we went till Monday like 12 or something at night. It was a big weekend, but we were just walking around in PJs.
As you can when you won a premiership, I think.
Exactly. Well, I still have my jerseys and stuff on. But yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I've never ever had that in the 10 years of doing this. I've never ever had a Mad Monday or Silly Sunday in their PJs.
Yeah, well, 20 years and now look at us. we just gotta do everything. We gotta make yeah. We're all about breaking down. Yeah.
Both of you, thank you so much for joining us. This was probably the best one, the funniest one we've had this year in particular, and especially within our 10 years that we've done this. Well done, congratulations. I can't wait to come up to Canberra next season and hopefully watch you all play and get to meet all of you in person, and hopefully get to see your title defence starting in 2021.
Thanks so much for having us. This has been great. I'll tell you what, I was so nervous. I was a bit sweaty. I still kind of am, but this has been great. Yeah, thank you so much. This has been awesome. Can't wait to get back and show the girls in the club this. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. So special. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to talk a bit more about our win and wear our polos and wear medals again. So.
No worries. No, because that's the Premiership captain Amber and the Premiership co-captain Jackie joins from the Belconnen Magpies women's football team that won the grand final against Queanbeyan. Of course, only 2 weekends ago. And of course, if you want to get down there, of course, and have a go in the sport, of course, one of the most successful clubs, especially with the junior girls, and obviously they're, of course, now they're seeing women's as well. You can get down there. We'll put all the details up on how you can go about becoming a Magpie in 2021. There's more on the Smash Board show right after this. Don't go away. Here on the Tuesday edition.